Let's look at VIR. So they want to find I. I'll do it a few different ways. So first of all, this is the one that I want to keep. I want to get rid of R. So if I multiply on the other side, if I take it across, it needs to be divide. But we need to say that correctly. I need to divide whatever's in the other side. So in this case, I got V already. So I've got to divide. Therefore, my formula will be I equals V divided by R. The next one is F. So I need to find F. So at the moment, I am dividing F with the acceleration. So if I divide, move it to the other side, it means to be multiplied. So I go M, multiply whatever's on the other side. I need to keep saying that correctly. And there's my F. Now it becomes a little bit tricky. I need to find A. So what I would suggest is, if you look at the other method that we've got, remember the quadrant box method. So I'll just do the quadrant. So I'm going to go, there's a quadrant. So you'll recognize this from the video that I've made before. All right, currently I've got M, I got F, and I got A. So remember the rules, that F is terrible. Sorry, just try and make it a bit better. Remember the rule is that if something's at the top, it will have to go to the bottom, or at the bottom it goes up. So I can only move things like this. At the moment, I have A at the bottom, acceleration, and mass on the other side. Literally, I can then follow this. See here how I got this? I can swap these two with each other. So basically, I'm going to have A now, I'm going to have F, and I'm going to have that at the bottom. So literally, I've just followed that rule. If I want to find B, I can go B is here. What happens to a plus when it moves to the other side? It becomes a negative. So not negative, I take it away. So I'm going to have A minus C equals B. If I look at P equals I square R, I'm going to look at my R. At the moment it's the top. Let's use the quadrant method. I'm just going to draw them in. Just remember again, when there's nothing written below it, it means that it is in the top quadrant. So at the moment I got B, and I got I square, and I got R. I want to keep R, so I want to get rid of I. So I at the moment is the top. Remember, I now need to move it this way. So I'm going to go B equals, or B divided by I square, and then I can get rid of that. There you go. So my answer this time will be B divided by I square equals R. That's a quadrant method. The other method I can use is I can go P equals I square R. It's multiplied. If I move it to the other side, it becomes a divide. So I'm just going to go B equals I square, and R is then left by itself. So that's all for the same one. In this case, I want to find I now for the next one. So let me just get rid of these. Just get some space. Right. Now, I. First of all, I know that I'm going to have B divided by R, but then I'm left with I square. I do not want I square. You can see here it's specifically asking for I. So the square, to get rid of square, it needs to be a square root when it goes to the other side. So therefore I'll have P divided by R and square root everything that's on the other side. and then I will have I is P divided by R square root all of those. So remember, when I'm moving something like that square, have everything already on the left hand, or in this case it worked out to be on the left hand side. And then when I'm getting rid of the this square, I will need to square root everything that's on the other side.